Today I'm going to create a card that is a little outside of my typical style, and I think this is a really fun way to get some creative juices flowing when you might not have any. Try on a different style and see how it fits. That video is coming up next. So here's a look at the products I'm using today, and this Traces of Yesterday embossing folder just feels funky to me. It's got kind of like a vintage, almost a steampunk vibe. Maybe it's the gears, but it's not something I would typically use. Nor is this little hourglass, because I feel like it's kind of formal, kind of elegant, and a little bit different for me. So these are the core pieces that are going into my card today. I've only got a couple of inks here and a blending brush and a few other tools, so let's get started with embossing. Now I've already trimmed my panel down and I'm going to line it up in the folder. And the cool thing about these folders is you can position your cardstock and kind of get the crop that you want of that design. And I'm going to run this through my impress machine. I use a clear plate, the metal shim, and the magnetic plate on my Anna Griffin impress machine. So run that through to transfer the pattern. And it looks gorgeous, like it just goes beautifully. And I don't mist my paper, I just run it through and get great results. Now I'm going to seal it down to my little grip mat here, and I'm going to use this color Pink Diamond directly to the paper. And what's going to happen is all of those raised areas are going to grab that ink and let that pattern really pop. And then I'm going to just let this dry a little bit, let that dye ink dry back. And then I'm going to bring in this color, Vanilla Cream, and this is how I'm going to age up the paper. Now, a lot of times when people want to age something and make it vintage, they'll bring in browns or tans, but I actually think this orange color is perfect for something like this because it adds an aged feel, but it's not dark or heavy, right? It's actually bright and pretty while still doing that aging effect. So just add as much as you like and be sure to leave white parts as well because I wanted it to have definitely some variation in the background. While that's drying back, I'm going to add the sands of time for the Days of Our Lives. Does anyone remember Days of Our Lives? Well, I think it's literally still on TV, but I'm putting it on top because I want the sand to show up. I thought about putting it behind the vellum, but it's going to work out fine like this. And this is really quick to put together. It's just 3 little pieces. You glue them into place and make sure that the vellum layer, or whatever your pale cardstock is behind and translucent. Now, I will put foam squares on the little hourglass just in the places where it won't show through the vellum, and that's going to give it a nice little bit of dimension. For my greeting, I want this to say "You are timeless." Well, I didn't have a separate "You are," so I'm going to isolate this from another stamp set, and all I'm going to do is just pick it up with my stamp wheel door and just mask off the parts that I'm not going to use. I want to create the vellum belly band, and I am going to emboss this, so I'm powdering up with the anti-static powder. And then I'm just going to bring in some low-tack tape and cover up everything except "You are." And just get everything covered, right? All sides of the stamp. And then what I'm going to do is just ink up the "You are" part. Kind of tucking it right in there with my fingernail too, just to really keep that separate. Then I'll use embossing ink up the part of the stamp that's exposed. And then all you have to remember to do is take the tape off. I have done this before where I completely forget to remove the tape and wonder why it doesn't work, but now we just have ink on the words "You are," press to transfer very lightly, and now when I add my powder, you'll see I just have "You are." And then I'm just going to brush away any extra powder. Sometimes a little bit of the sentiment underneath will almost transfer like in a pressure standpoint way, but this came through really nicely. And now you can heat this powder so quickly because it's on vellum. You barely have to touch it with the heat to get that beautiful shine. Next, I'll use a sentiment label to cut out my belly band. And once that's trimmed, I have this nice little UR to go with my die cut word that says timeless. I'm going to use my scoreboard to just figure out exactly where I want that fold to be. And then I'm going to bring in a little stylus tool to add just a quick score mark that makes folding easier. Just wanted to make sure I knew where I was going here. Just going to make that line and then fold it down. Once it's lined up, it's going to hook right onto my panel like that. And I'm just going to tape it with some low-tack tape to hold it in place. Now, I wouldn't leave it just like this because the low-tack tape isn't really that strong of a long-term adhesive, but I'm going to add foam panels, right, foam tape, onto the back of this card. So low-tack is perfect for just holding it until I get that stronger adhesive in place. You could also use liquid glue to hold this down, and that would have much more staying power. I just was feeling lazy because I knew the foam tape was coming. So I'm placing that in. I've got a thick piece on each of the outer sides, and then I'm going to cut some thinner foam tape just to support the center so that it does not dip down. And the belly band is in place. Now, a little shiny spritz. I'm dipping my brush into this Tim Holtz product and just tapping on some beautiful gold spatters all over, again, just to kind of bring, it's not really grungy, you know what I mean? But this is just a little messy when you take all of the elements together. And I love the way the gold looks because it's going to pick up the shine off of my timeless greeting, and it's going to be a really nice tie-in. So we'll place that down. I just used a piece of the foam tape backer to add glue on. And then, of course, don't forget the tittle. It's so tiny. I lost it 3 times. I actually had to cut it out twice. And yeah, but you know, the tittle, the dot over the I, don't forget them. We love them. And here I'm putting a little liquid glue just so this has some float time so I can get this positioned exactly where I want it. And that little bit of glue kind of gives you that second to fudge with the placement and make it exactly how you want it. I love how you can see through that though. Isn't that pretty? Now for some embellishments. I have this huge pack of stellar sequins. There are sizes, I think it goes from 2 millimeter to 8. They all come in these little zip bags. But what I wanted to do was create my own little jar. And I have these cute little Sunshine Mason Company jars. And I'm just going to pour all of the sizes in and create one big stash of multi-sized gold sequins. And then I have a good stash to use. I probably could have fit all of them in, but I didn't dump out every single one because they start to get bigger as you go. But I love this, and I will tell you, it looks adorable on my shelf. It's a totally different way for me to store sequins, but there's just so many of them that you can use a mini jar like that. It's perfect. And then I'll just add my 5 sequins. Now, if you ever want help on sequin placement, I have a video for that, and I will be sure to pop a card up for you because I have a very specific approach to placing sequins and embellishments, and you might find it helpful. All right, there is the last one, and that finishes out the card. Ah, I love it. Let's do a quick design review and go over the finished card. Now, let us take our grid overlay, and I have a new one that is being made, and it is coming, and I will be sure to use it in future videos. But this is a compositional grid just to talk about the design, where elements are placed, and why they might work. So the grid has little intersecting areas, and where those areas are prime real estate in the space for this card, right? Well, what we have happening here is basically the core visual thing that is popped on here is sunk down into the lower third, anchored in the lower third, and extending up. That's a really nice position. You know, you can always have a greeting down here, something that kind of goes up the side, and it's going to give you a really nice asymmetrical balance, right? You cannot divide that in the middle and see the same on either side. Same thing with going across like that. They are not mirror images of one another. So that is asymmetry. Now, the other things we have happening here are our little bits of repetition. So we have gold embossing powder, gold cardstock, gold sequins, and the really pretty gold spatter, right? And all of that seeks to unify the design and tie it all together. We've got our repeating colors. I love how this pink diamond, it dries back so beautifully. And this pink sand cardstock is actually a really nice match for that ink. So we are repeating our pinks. Of course, the embossing design itself has the clocks. So you've got repeating clocks, you've got repeating gear-like things, and that is just built into the design itself. We have a nice little bit of framing margin space. We have repeated vellum here and vellum here on our little, well, I guess that would be a belly band. And that finishes out today's card. So the thing that I would encourage you to try is try on a style that might feel a little different for you. I don't typically make things that look aged. I don't typically get messy like that, but I love that this is still a clean composition, but it's got little elements in it that make me feel like I'm trying something a little less precise and kind of fun and funky. You can find links to all of the products I used in today's video in the YouTube description box. I'll also have a link to my website and blog if you'd like to see photos of this card project. If you're not a subscriber to my channel, I'd love to have you. So please hit that subscribe button and be sure to hit the notification bell so that you don't miss the next time I post. Here is another video you may be interested in checking out, and I will see you in that clip. Thanks so much for watching and have a great day.